Man, look at that. Ha ha! Sweet. I am going to give that a try. Unreal. Somebody's got a good eye. This is an old trusty favorite. I bought it. I've used a rigging axe for years and years and years. 28 ounce. They're just super well balanced. You can do a lot with them, but I got tired of changing out wood handles several times a year, and also I had been working a lot, and I kind of developed an arm issue. I don't know, maybe 8 or 10 years ago, elbow, and so I needed a hammer to kind of lighten the load a little bit, and so I ended up with this one. I carved this off a little bit just because it kind of ends up twisting its way out of your hand. Different story, but I've used it ever since because it's pretty much unbreakable, and I've seen this kind of stuff and out there. But what I really like is that this stuff is super unbreakable. I think these have a lot of features to them. So super stoked with this. I think it's gonna show right up. That's great. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. Nice. 6 sheets and some blocking boards. Alright, that's all sheeted, nailed off. We'll trim that end after lunch and fly up some 2x6 random to build our curb, and then see about sheeting the edges. I may build the access stairs this afternoon too. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do yet. But we'll finish the roof so it's ready for the roofer. It'll be ready tomorrow, but I think he's coming Thursday. So. It'll still be ugly, but it won't go anywhere. All right, that's the curb all done. I'm gonna build that up a 1/2 inch to meet. And the rest of it should be just about right. But it's easier to build it up than it is to cut it down. So when the roofer gets here and starts making decisions tomorrow or the next day, we can use a table saw to rip up a 1/2 inch or 3/4 if we need to. We got plenty of material on site. That's that. That's about, I guess, if you twisted the angles back straight, you'd have about 50 by 20 for this main section here, and then this would be 30 by 9.5, so under 300, and then about 1,000 square feet, so about 1,300 square feet up here. All right, I'm gonna go down and I'm gonna run up a set of temporary stairs over here. There's gonna be a few things coming through the roof, and I just want to make it comfortable and safe for everybody to get up here. You know, it's 3 stories right off that corner over there. No fun. All right, we're gonna cut a quick set of access stairs here onto the roof. I got a bunch of sheeting to do around the edge, and it'll just make it safer for the roofer to come and go, and the plumber and whoever else has to put something through the roof. It'll be better than setting up a ladder each time they need to get up there. So it can sit there for most of the job, and then we'll have to pull them out when it comes time to set these other windows, but I'll show you where they're going. I'm gonna build a landing, like just a little flat 2x landing coming out there to a little leg. I'll run them up. I'll stick a brace out here, just run them up. As I go up, I'll probably have to put that piece of plywood on, but I'm just gonna show you the simple way that I cut or lay out stairs. It's not a stair tutorial. I'm not gonna go into figuring them out. It's a different deal, but just kind of a quick method. All right, I've got it's 10 feet roughly. It doesn't have to be perfect because it doesn't have to be perfect. So I'm doing a 10-inch rise. It's kind of a steep ladder type stairs, 10-inch rise, and I think a 7-inch run. I'll use 2x8 for the treads. So I just cut a block. I don't put stair buttons on or anything. I just cut a little block that I need, and then from there I can lay directly out onto this. No matter which way you flip it around, it's then square back that way. So I'll start to take shape here in a minute. These look almost completely backwards in a normal set, but it'll make sense when they go up. So that's where they land there. We'll deal with taking out the tread thickness later off the bottom, but I'll just lay these out real quick. Funny story, I don't always put the numbers on it, but one day I was working on a job and I had all the stairs to cut. I had, I don't know, maybe 6 sets of different parts of the house. It was multiple levels, just little bits, like some were three treads long, others were, 4 by 8, 16, 17, and so it was just pattern work. So as I was marking them out, I was keeping myself amused by using Roman numerals. And I stuck the longest set up, and it was a stair short. And I went back. I'm like, what did I do? And I forgot the 8. So it wasn't very amusing at that point. All right, now here, the top step is going to be a little landing. It's actually 12 risers. So 1, 2, and then the 12th would be the floor up above. And I think what I want to do is run the 11th one so they come up 1 riser. Let me go look at that. like that for a while. Roofer's here again today, drying in upstairs, and I'm gonna go ahead and frame these two side light window holes. There's a big door set here that kind of opens up. There's a guardrail on the inside, just to sort of make it an indoor-outdoor space. It's gonna be a pretty cool room. That'll all be green, so you'll be looking over green into green. But I'll get that framed in today, get these corners wrapped up, and that'll allow me to build the sill up so I can sheet that and he can dry it in. solid bearing in that corner. Let me zoom in. I don't know if it's really that important or not. So I've got about, we'll see what I have left to make this corner out of. So now we got a member here. And it's for, I'd like a little insulation in there. It really doesn't have to be anything but hold that edge of that window. So you can lay one flat, and then put a single here, which would give them a little cavity for some insulation right in there, because that's solid. It helps, I guess. That's what we'll do. This piece goes up there. Nice. All right, working my way over to the other side here, doing this windowsill and the stair landing. I've got a little sheeting to do around these walls. I typically go for a double sill, just because it leaves room for error. And I don't know if you can see this, but I'm not doing that here because I'm trying to claw back a little R value. So it's 4.5 inches there, and that'll give a little bit more insulation underneath the window. There's not a lot, but that's what we got. But I think if I went with a double sill, it would just leave a little over 3 inches for a cripple, and it's why bother. This they can get a plug in there and a little bit more insulation. All right, this is kind of a funny thing. The stairway was elective anyway on my part. I feel like making the job accessible for all the trades promotes better quality from everybody if they don't have to fight to do what they need to do, like trips to the roof over and over for siders or plumbers or heating guys, whatever, and the roofer, of course. But when I put them here, you know, it's basically on my time. I didn't realize how unphotogenic they would be viewed from the street. So this house is getting a lot of photographs and people like looking at it already. So I'm just going to use the crane and move it to the back roof area so it's less visible. Again, my time, no big deal. Only take a few minutes, but here we go. Come on, switch. There we go. All right, that went pretty good. No panic. Even look better right there. Super. piece had a pitch seam running all the way through it. You might have saw me cut it up earlier. I just couldn't use it. It went the whole way. It was the core of the tree. Make good firewood. Can't throw it in the scrap pile. I also wanted to take a quick second to personally thank Casey Taylor, who's a viewer, who sent me this. Casey sounds like he does a lot of the same stuff I do, and this hammer really made a difference for him. He had or was using this same hammer for the same reasons I bought it for, and it worked great, but then this thing's really a game changer. I did look it up. I did have a problem with this yesterday. So I'm probably just going to try to rectify it myself. I'm not sure what exactly is going to happen in there when I do. If it looks like it's going to fall apart right away, I can order a straight handle from Martinez, which I intend to do without fear of like losing a lot of time if this falls apart. So that's probably what I'm going to do. I'll do this this afternoon when I can see a little better in the shop here. But anyway, thanks a ton. This thing is, you know, a new favorite. I probably will keep this one around because it's just getting to where it's good for finish work when you're working like around fancier cedar and stuff. So this one will stay somewhat in the rotation, but on standby. But this one it's even in my favorite color, so that's good. Thanks again.